My name is Wayne from Honda Power Products, and I'm here to show you a little bit about our new DC range of products. To start off, we'll show you about our battery. We have a 5 amp hour 36 volt lithium amp hour battery that runs our entire system. We have the blower, the weed eater, and the hedge trimmer. One battery that runs across the entire range. You'll notice Honda has kept this battery as simple as possible. We have one button with your indicator lights to tell you your state of charge and how much longer you have to cut for. These lights will also flash red should they have any internal errors or issues with the machine. Then we move on to our charger. The charging system is made to be very, very simple. It just slides in, and that's it, simple and easy. You'll see on your charger we have several indicator lights. The lights will flash as soon as your machine is plugged in and starts charging, your lights will start to flash. As soon as the battery is full, you will have a solid green light visible. If we have any errors, a flashing red light will show up to tell you you have a problem and there's something you need to do with this battery. You need to take it into your dealer to have it assessed. A big point with this battery is that it has been designed to fit the entire range. You'll see on our hedge trimmer, battery slides in, and with one gentle pop, your battery is in. You'll notice on the back end, we have a gray clip here. On all the machines, these clips will be there to hold your battery. And the interesting thing is, it uses a color called grip gray, because it is there to grip your parts and to grip and keep your battery inside. To remove your battery is just a very simple click, and the battery comes out. Now, if we want to move from trimming the hedges to trimming the lawn, we move to our hedge trimmer. You can see with the hedge trimmer, exact same battery. You clip in and one click. And as you will notice, the same grip gray on the back where your battery is. Another big point to highlight throughout on the color scheme is all of your handles where you activate your machine are in a yellow color. We call this safety yellow. You will see as well all of your safety information that pertains to starting and running the machine will also be in that same yellow color. And now we just push the gray grip and our battery comes out quite easily. And now we can move on to the blower. Same battery, blower, one push and a simple click, and there we have the machine in. You will see, as I've noted already, we have the yellow section on the actual trigger. That is to start your machine and the things you need to be aware of on these machines. With this battery and this machine in combination, your running time is anywhere from 12 minutes to 30 minutes. But a lot of that depends on the amount of power you are using on the machine. The machine has 3 power steps. Your first and second step are just for gentle light blowing when you need to blow some leaves away. Your third step kicks it up to 990 cubic meters per minute. So it pushes a lot of air to move heavy dirt, but that will drain your battery quickly. So one battery with one machine is 12 to 30 minutes. If you want to keep the machine running continuously, 3 batteries on a rotation will keep this machine running non-stop all day. If we are going to switch over from our blower to our hedge trimmer, as we said already, you can see the yellow safety features on the handle as well as on the trigger. With this machine and this battery in combination, you should be getting about 90 minutes of runtime. Obviously, that does depend on how thick the branches you are cutting, as well as how dense the material is on the leaves you are cutting. So with this, one battery should get you through the entire day. And then lastly, we have the weed eater. Your weed eater with the same battery. This one is a lot simpler. Your runtime at full run is 43 minutes. Your battery's charge time is 42 minutes from empty. So 2 batteries in combination with this machine will keep this machine running all day long. That's all you need. While one is being worked, the other one is charging. Let's have a closer look at the hedge trimmer. As we've already pointed out, you will see all the safeties are in yellow, very big, very bright, to make sure you don't injure yourself or accidentally injure someone else. A big point to remember before you use any of these machines: always be aware of your safety. You should have goggles and gloves at the very least while you are working and cutting with the machine. As we've noted here, you'll see the blade on this machine is slightly different to most of what you will find on the market at the moment. The blade is 550 millimeters longer, and you will see the pitch, which is the distance between the teeth, is a little bit smaller than what you will find out on the market. But this is for a reason. A closer pitch with a longer blade gives you a finer cut. So if you are doing topiary and you want to really shape your hedges and your plants, this is the perfect machine for that, because you get that very fine cut. One battery, we just connect in and clip. As you can see, and we've already spoken about the safety features, you will see we have the safety yellow, that both triggers work together. You cannot use one without the other. The two together will activate the machine. That is there to keep both hands on the machine at all times for safety. Another safety feature built into the blades of your machine is the overlap of your blades. The cutting blade does not come past the sliding blade. So even if you accidentally touch up against something, you prevent yourself from getting injured on the side blades. A point to note on this machine is that its gross weight is 4.6 kilograms with the battery installed. The battery adds weight to it as a counterweight to give you balance and make the machine easier to work with and handle. So overall, the perfect machine for any household. There's no wires, there's nothing to trip over, no cords. You have one battery that works with the entire system, perfect for any trimming needs that you may have. Moving on to the weed eater. This is the HHT36. The HHT36 comes with a digitally controlled 350 watt brushless motor that sits at the bottom mounted there. What this means for you is that a brushless motor uses a lot less electricity and a lot less power to run, as well as being digitally controlled. So for instance, if you are just using your machine and you're doing some light cutting, just spinning up here, your motor will run at a lower speed and use less power because it doesn't need to be using all the power. As soon as you start getting deep in and you start cutting heavier grass and heavier stuff, the motor will automatically spool itself up and it will use more power to compensate for it. What that means is that long term, your battery lasts longer. You will notice that the handle position on the machine is very well placed. When you have your battery connected to your machine, it is balanced just at your handle point, and you'll notice how it balances and tips slightly forward, which is what you want on a machine of this nature. The cutting width on your head is 330 millimeters wide. Compared to most other machines, you have a 300 mil width. What that means for you, it means cutting faster, getting the job done faster. Every little bit that you can do slightly faster adds up at the end of your time. So what should have been an hour's worth of work can be cut down to 45 minutes just by taking that extra little bit of cutting width on the head. The machine also comes standard with a shoulder strap. Your shoulder strap sits and is designed to hold the machine's weight, so it makes it a lot easier to cut and work with. Over time, if you are constantly holding a machine, it will get heavier and heavier, which gives the operator fatigue. With this and the harness, you have a lot less fatigue to the operator. You can work a lot longer and more efficiently. Another very cool feature about this machine is on the interlocking system where your shafts connect. You will notice that this is a very solid coupling. What this coupling is here to do is to allow you to store the machine in a folded state. You'll notice you just take one bolt out. With the bolt removed, the machine can fold and be stored like this. You can hang it up, and it takes a lot less space for your winter storage. Very simply, you fold it back out, and you replace the bolt, and you are ready to go again. You will notice on this machine when you use it, as we engage, it takes a second just to spool up. The reason for that second to spool up is deliberate. It was built in to remove the classic South African revving that goes That revving damages your machine. With this, you cannot do that. You have to press and hold to get your machine to pick up and run. As we load it and unload. At just under 96 decibels, this machine is incredibly quiet. So you won't be waking up your neighbors if you decide to cut at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Now talking about the Honda HHB 36 leaf blower. It is a very, very simple machine designed for ease of use, and it is built for purpose. You'll notice we have two different nozzles on the front. We have a smaller directional nozzle which puts all of the force straight into one place. So it's better if you need to move heavier dirt. Then we have the much wider nozzle, which is there to disperse the air if you want to move a lot of leaves. So it's very light stuff, but things that can move in a wide area such as leaves. They are also very, very simple with just a turn and click, and we are on and ready to go. We have already spoken about the 3 speed settings, but to give you a little bit more information, your first speed setting runs at 37 meters per second. Your second speed setting goes to 48 meters per second, and your third turbo setting goes up to 51 meters per second. That's a lot of power to move a lot of air. If we talk about the balance of the machine, with your battery installed, your grip point is in the center, so it is well balanced, easy to use and easy to maneuver. To sum it up, we have the 3 machines in our DC range: the blower, the hedge trimmer, and the weed eater. Everything you will need for any household or small business that wants to do garden equipment.